everyone, Kathy here with Dirty Booty Soaps, and today I'm going to be making some loofah petty bars for our dry feet. And I am going to be fragrancing these in like a gender neutral fragrance of apple sage. So it's nothing that smells like candy, it's nothing that's too earthy or woodsy, that are your, like, say, typical male type fragrances. So this is like good for everybody. I am using, for colorant, I have some rose clay, and then I added just a little bit of this pink lemonade color from Nurture Soap, just to try and take the edge off the terracotta type color, I'm hoping. Anyway, it's going to be a nice color. So I'm going to pour some natural colored soap in the bottom of my mold, and then I'm going to add the colorant and pour that into, to try and get kind of a little swirl going. And I'm using my 18 bar mold, and then I'll tell you about the loofahs when we get to that point. So I'm going to start, I've got my goggles on, pour in our lye water. Like so. And we'll get to mixing. If I can get there. If I can get my mixer in there. I'm burping it. So I'm just going to bring this together. I'm going to add my fragrance, and then we'll pour this, a bit of this, into the mold. Maybe half. So there's that. I'm going to hand stir my fragrance for now. So we'll pour that in. This is Brambleberry's Apple Sage. It's a really, really nice fragrance. If you haven't tried it, I do recommend. Let me I'll use this just to kind of stir the fragrance in. My little silicone whisk. I thought I'd try something different on occasion in the videos. Instead of just talking soap, we'll try a social experiment and see if we can't all get along with our opinions on different things from time to time. I'd appreciate it if you don't knock anyone for their opinion. But we'll start out with something easy. What is everyone's view on life other than on this planet? Yes or no, and why? My personal view is we can't be that conceited or full of ourselves to think that we're the only life out there. Okay? The universe is just too vast, I believe. I'm a big sci-fi nut, so you know, I watch all sorts of things. And if you watch the old Star Trek shows, a lot of their technology has already come into play. So that's kind of cool myself, I think. So anyway, what do you think? Do you think there's life out there, and why or why not? And like I said, don't respond to other people's comments. Just kind of give your own view in a nice way. I thought that would be interesting to see people's views on different items, different things. Okay, so I've poured just the natural soap. I'm going to add my color into the rest, and then I'm going to hit it with the hand mixer just to make sure it's well incorporated. And then we'll swirl it into this soap. Get my little whisk out of there. anyway, I'll come up with different topics from time to time in the video, in my soap videos. So we may not do this every time, but I'm just kind of curious as to what y'all think on different things. And I think we can all get along if we really try while expressing our different viewpoints. So this is my social experiment. Everybody play nice and respect everybody else's views. And let's see where we go from there. Okay, so I blended this color. It still kind of looks a little like terracotta, but maybe not quite as much as it would have if I had not added that color. So I'm just gonna kind of pour this in and swirl it in as I go. These should make interesting looking bars, I think. No fancy swirls on the top because we are putting in the loofahs. I'm scraping out the rest of my soap here. And there we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to put in my dividers now. Let's see if I can find them. Where did I put them? So down we go, just like so. So these are a little smaller bars than I usually do like a double batch of these when I do my fancier soaps. I'm going to take off my goggles now. And we'll talk about the loofahs. So let me move some of this out of the way. Maybe. Over here. Back there. I'm just trying to tidy up here while I bring my loofahs over. So we'll turn this way. Can you all still see? Yes, you can. Okay. So what I've got here, and I'll show you what I started with. Oh, if I can reach. I've had these loofahs for a really long time. I probably bought them on eBay. If you don't know anything about loofah, it's not like a sea sponge. This is a vegetable. And I think they dry them out and peel them or whatever. But you're left with this hard loofah. What I do with mine is I get a pot with like really scalding hot water. And I'll set the entire loofah into the hot water. Maybe for like a half an hour. And that just gets it to absorb and be a little softer, right? And then I take my kitchen shears and I'll cut it like into these 1 inch or so pieces all the way down. And then for this mold, I cut each of those slices in half. And I'll put them back in the water a few times and drain them off because I don't know if I can get one of these little guys, if you can even see it. You're going to get these, there we go, these little seed bits, and they're going to come out of the loofah. So I try and rinse them a few times in really hot water and let them sit. This still has just, I don't know, a couple little bits, but I think they'll come out when I rinse these. This water's still warm. But I'll take them out of the water, squeeze them out, and then I'm going to set them into my soaps. Now, I don't use huge bits of loofah. They say you shouldn't keep loofahs around in your shower for that long anyway, because if you think about it, when you're using them, all your dead skin is coming off and it's staying in the loofah. So I make my soaps smaller and use less loofah. And therefore, you know, yeah, you'll use them up quicker, but that's okay because you're not supposed to use your loofah long. So I'm just submerging them, if you can see, just to where the top still shows of the loofah. So I'm going to continue to do these. They do look like citrus slices, which would be a cool idea if you were to use a citrus fragrance. These do look like citrus. My last loofah soaps, I did peppermint petty bars. I still have a couple of those left, but I thought I would do these in apple sage and use some different colorants. So you can tell my soap is thickening. I'm trying to hurry so that I can get these in here. Squish out as much water as you can before putting them in. But they're nice. These loofahs are really nice. They come out looking so nice and white and clean after you soak them in the hot water. We're getting there. And then we'll do our flyby. So I have a show the end of May, and so these will be ready for that show in case any of you are here local. It's a fundraiser here in town, so that one is at the Agora Center in Cornwall. I think it's on the last Sunday or Saturday of May. Anyway, these are looking really cool. I like these. I love the color blend. And it smells fantastic. Again, very nice fragrance. Okay, there's the last little piece. Let's get that in there. Make sure these are down good. And I think we're good to go. Anyway, you see, if you see kind of the little bits, I don't know if you can see, that still rinse out of the loofahs, but anyway, that's good. I'm going to put the lid on these. Oops, and let them gel. But they look pretty cool, don't they? So we're going to come back. We'll pop these out and see what the finished product looks like out of the mold when we come back. And think about your space life form question while we're gone. We'll be right back. Okay, everyone, we're back, and I'm ready to take this out of the mold. Now I'm going to show you, since I've left this in for a couple days, they're pretty tough to remove. So I'm going to show you my trick. Not my trick. I'm sure other people have done this, maybe. Maybe. So what I'm going to do is stand my soap slab up on end. And I've got my wire cutter here. I took the handle off. Just make sure it's clean. And I'm just going to run this along the edges where the dividers are. So I'm going to start on this outside corner, run it down and across, and remove my bar. And this is my trick for this loaf mold. Because my hands are not that strong, it's hard for me to pull the dividers out. But you can see that's just a beautiful, perfect hand-sized loofah soap. So we'll continue on and just go all the way across Today is Easter, by the way, when I'm doing this. Oops, kind of swerved a bit on that one. But I love the color. Turned out great. So anyway, happy Easter, everyone, if you're watching this on Easter. Across and up. And like I said before, if you use a citrus fragrance and say maybe orange colors, this would be really cute because they do look like citrus slices on these loofahs. Excuse me. We're spending the day with my brother-in-law at their house, and the kids will be there. Not my youngest son. He can't make it. He says he finds it too far to drive to Canada. So anyway, I won't see him. But we'll see the other kids and our granddaughter, so that will be nice. We'll flip it and I'll show you how we continue on around the mold. So there's the last one on this side. And then, like I said, just flip it up and it'll stand on these, the ones we just emptied. Just being really careful because it might topple. But what I'm doing is getting all the outside bars out, because then it's a bit easier to pull the dividers. So, up there, across and up. Very nice. So anyway, I made a dessert for today. I think I looked it up online, found it online, and it was called, I think, like lemony lasagna or something like that. So you take a couple packages of the lemon Oreos and put them in your food processor with, I think it was 6 tablespoons of butter. I used a full stick. What the hell? Anyway, and then you press that down for your crust, and then you layer it with, oh gosh, what was the first one? It was cream cheese and butter and powdered sugar. You blend that all up, spread that around, and then the next layer was Cool Whip. What was it? Cool Whip. Gosh, I can't remember. Oh no, and I just made it yesterday. Anyway, as you see, we're working our way around the mold. Anyway, it's basically, oh, it's lemon pudding. Sorry, it was lemon pudding and half the Cool Whip. Anyway, it was beautiful. If you look it up online, you'll find the recipe. That's my cop-out way to answer that. Anyway, it's different. It's like 3 different layers in there on top of the crust, and it looks delicious. So we'll see. I always bring something different, or try to, for desserts when we get together. Anyway, there's that. Oh, these turned out great. Okay, so now you can see I've got all the outside ones removed. And it's a little easier to force up, forcing up the ends and removing my bars. And then let's do the same thing here. Lifting those out. We only have one left. And see, they all pretty much come off after that. So twisting, not pulling. And twisting. And the last ones. Pull that off. like so. And there we go. Turned out beautiful. Love the swirls or the streaks of color. I think they turned out really cool. And I love the fresh apple sage fragrance. Put these over here because I gotta go wash all my dishes. That's another thing. I don't do my dishes right away. I let them sit for at least a day before all that turns to actual soap. And then I just wash them by hand. So we'll bring you down here. Whoop. And we'll do the quick flyby of our apple sage loofah soaps. Love them, love them, love them. And there you go. They'll be going up onto the curing rack now. And I think they turned out great. Can't wait to use one myself. So thanks again for watching, and happy Easter, everyone. Hope you have a lovely day with family. And we will catch you on the next video. Check out our Etsy shop and follow us on Facebook. I'll link you in the box below. So thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.